Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to You Don't Win Anything with Kids. Last episode we played our first match back at Gosling, and we won it, I believe. Let me check that. Yes, it was against Woking, wasn't it? And we won 2-1. Goals from Stevens and an own goal from Tumwa. Look at our results since then. A 5-1 win against Altrincham with a hat-trick from Wilson. A 7-4 win against Wrexham with a hat-trick from Spence and 2 goals from Kramer. And then a very disappointing 1-0 defeat against Dartford. We now have our first game in the FA Trophy this season against Ebbsfleet at home. I have the team selection pretty much ready to go. We're going to swap back to the 4-2-3-1, and we are going to make some changes. You can see Delamond is out injured. He has a strained knee ligaments. Expects to be out for 6 to 7 weeks, which is not very good. We could have done with him being around. In fact, what I am going to do is clear the team and start again, because we're playing in the FA Trophy, and I want to win the FA Trophy, but I want to focus more on the league. So I'd like to keep my first team as fit as possible. So on that note, we're going to put Quintaka in goal. We're going to put Driver at left back. Haynes and Stewart as the centre backs. Villa at right back. Jenkins as the holding midfielder. With, let's go McNamee as the other midfielder. Francois as the attacking midfielder. And then let's put Wilson on the right, Kebe on the left, and Smith up front. And then we could have a bench of King, Stevens, Klotmus, Beckhold, and Spence. So we have a really strong bench, and we have a pretty strong starting lineup as well, in fairness. We've got players like Wilson, who scored 7 goals this season. Haynes and Stewart have both got 1. Francois got 3. Kebe's got 1. Smith's got 2. So it's not like it's a bad team. It's just a fringe team for now. A lot of these players are still coming back from injury. Francois has only just come back. Smith has only just come back, as has Quintaka. Villa's been in and out of the team all season because of fallings out. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this team gets on. They might even do very, very well. We don't know yet. Not a very strong start there, though. Kicking the ball behind for a goal kick. Right, Edwards with that goal kick. A lot of space for Luscombe and Sheringham. Poor pass from him, though, finds Kebe. Manages to hold on to it only just. Into Francois. Across to McNamee, who again I'm looking to see a good performance from him today. That pass isn't helping his case. He is still pushing for a first team spot in my eyes. At the moment he isn't first choice in midfield. Not even close to first choice. But if he steps his game up over the next few weeks, then into the second half of the season he'll definitely be up for consideration. And he's played his part there. He found Wilson with a really good ball out wide. Wilson with a cross, back post run from Kebe, something which I've been trying to teach my brother how to do on FIFA. And goal went in. Wilson did very, very well to break the offside trap there, and pulling it across the goal. He had 2 to aim for, 2 on the edge of the box as well, a third coming in from the left hand side. Plenty of options, and he managed to pick out Kebe perfectly well. Very, very good team goal, that one. And a good recovery as well from giving the ball away in the previous attack. It shows that our team are resilient. We can pick the ball up, we can make attacks, and we can score goals. And that is very, very good to see. Alright, Haynes did well to break that one up. He does need to carry on with the challenges, though. This is their Smith on the ball. To Sammy... Is it Sam? No, yeah, Sam York. Mitchell King. They like their double-barreled names in Ebbsfleet, don't they? Papoe, Mitchell King. We're not closing them down enough at the moment. We need to work on that. Right there, too much space from... is that Driver? Yeah, too much space from Driver. In the end, the shot goes over the bar. Got away with that one slightly. I think we need to make this one 2-0 to be safe. That game that we won 7-4, we were actually 4-0 up at one point, and then it came back to 4-all, and then we managed to score 3 quick goals to finally kill them off. But it was a real touch and go at 4-all. We were looking really, really comfortable at 4-0, and then just let it slide, which was disappointing. I do expect more from my team than that. The way they've played in this game is a lot closer to what I want them to do. That free kick from Villa, if it hadn't clipped the wall, that could have actually gone top left corner. As it happens, it's a corner instead, which Wilson will take. Into the middle, easy header away from Seydu. Kebe picks it up, plays the safe option back to Villa. Inside to Haynes, and that was the end of that one. First half's gone a bit slow, really. Time progressing slowly. There's been a fair amount of action, I suppose, which might explain why as well. That was a very, very good effort there from Sam York. Just hit the outside of the post. Shows again that we need to be more careful around our box. McNamee on the ball, lays it off to Francois, who couldn't get the shot away. Smith back to McNamee, and that's just over the bar. That shows how strong Smith is. He was second favourite to win that one, yet still managed to get it back to McNamee. Kebe with a very strange choice of pass there across to Haynes. Does well to get it to Villa. Inside to Francois, to Wilson. He really should be out on his wing. Good ball to Kebe though. Good strike, good save from Edwards. Fair play to Kebe. He's been in and out of the side for the last few weeks, but whenever he's played, he has done well. He scored some good goals for us and kept us in the running in a lot of matches. So, you know, credit where it's due. Not the best stats. Was really brought in as a fringe player in case one of our wingers got injured, but he has produced when necessary. So I am pleased with that. He's done well for us. Not my first choice still though, unfortunately for him. Okay, Jonathan Smith with the free kick. Quintana seemed to just fall over as that came towards him, and the wall did nothing to stop that going past them. Absolutely nothing. Didn't jump, just moved slightly to the right, and Quintana just fell over. Poor from him, poor from everybody there. Really poor defending. In some ways, you know, maybe Ebbsfleet deserved that goal. We have been really, really poor at the back, and it has cost us now. So half time, score is 1-1. I have set it up so that extra time is in this match. We don't go to a replay. In fact, no, we do go to a replay, but we still have extra time first to see if the score can be settled today, which I'd prefer it if it was. I don't like replays. Too many matches in a short space of time. We've got a big enough squad to cope with it, but the quality just isn't quite there at the moment. And it might not be for another year or so with the entire squad. So ideally I'd prefer it if we settled it first time round, and I'd also prefer it if our goalkeeper didn't run out of play with the ball in his hand, because that's very, very annoying when that happens. Quintana this year was meant to be my first choice keeper. You may have noticed that King has picked up the mantle a lot more this season. And even though I made Quintana first and I thought I'd made his stats higher, it seems as though he is actually our third choice keeper in terms of star rating. That might change in the future. He could progress a lot faster in the end. But for now, it's not very good. Things aren't looking very good for him. He is still a very good choice keeper to have as a third choice though, in fairness. He's probably still one of the best keepers in this league. Right, let's make a sub. Beckhold coming on, Francois going off. Play Beckhold in that advanced role, see what he can bring. Jenkins on the ball. Not very good play from him. Stewart manages to pick it up. That is Francois with the shot. What a goal. What a goal from Jean-Francois. His 4th goal of the season. He's literally just about to be replaced by Beckhold. And he goes and finishes it like that. Great play from Stewart to pick him out. Look at this. Bend, power, swerve, everything on that ball. He put his heart and soul into that shot and managed to escape the challenge to get the shot away in the first place. Brilliant finish. But you might have seen he's picked up a slight knock. He dropped to 69% condition. So bringing him off was probably the right decision still. Means Beckhold gets a chance to get some match minutes under his belt. He's just come back from an injury as well. He's been out for 7 weeks or so with a hernia, I want to say, but it might be a knee injury. I can't actually remember now. But you know, get him back into play, get him up to match fitness. Helps us. We're getting close to New Year now. Busy schedule over the Christmas period, and going into the New Year, more injuries. It'll be good to get some players back from injury. Quintana again poor, giving away that corner. Sort of defended it, and I emphasise sort of defended it. Should have been better. Let's just see if we can hold on to this, maybe even add to our goals tally. Wilson with the corner, straight into the keeper's hands. Not great. Need to do better than that again. Set pieces is something we're going to have to work on. I might open the old set piece creator again in a few matches time just to have a tweak of that. And of course, as the players get better, stats will improve. Someone who was never good at free kicks could suddenly be the best at free kicks. You never know. Smith makes it 3-1. Beckhold is back. Great ball into the middle from him. Picked out Smith. Good to see Smith on the score sheet again. He was our best player last season by a long way. Our top scorer. Interest from Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs. I think Man City put in a bid for him at one point as well. Decided to stay with us. Not played well this season. I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. He's only scored 3 goals this season, that being his 3rd. But, you know, he's getting back into the swing of things. He did have a hernia himself. He suffered from an injury. He's had a couple of I think he had a calf injury as well. That's now 3-2. Charlie Sheringham. Quintana really isn't there, is he? There's something not right about him. I don't really know what it is. I'm tempted to loan him out in the second half of the season. Bring our young keeper Aaron Townley through. See what he can do. Just poor placement. He came off his line when there was 2 defenders in front of him and just couldn't reach the ball in the end. And that is poor. That is very, very poor. Need to do better. Ross Jenkins is looking tired out there as well. Do I have any sub-midfielders I could bring on? Technically no. I could maybe bring Stevens on to play in midfield. Or I could bring Spence on as a cam and move Beckhold back. Do you know what? I'll give Stevens a go in midfield. Could be brilliant if we could train him up to be a midfielder as well as a defender. That would certainly beef up our defensive options in midfield. He can play defence midfield, so it's just 5 yards further up the pitch. And the position he's in now is the defensive of the 2 midfielders anyway. So it's not that much of a difference. Not a great difference anyway. Tiny one maybe, a bit of adapting. But overall, pretty much the same position. And we need an extra defensive player in our team for these last few minutes. Try and hold on to this lead. So if we get through now, then perfect. We play a fringe team when we get through to the next round. We might bring a few more first teamers into the squad for the next round, but for now it's good to see that we are playing well still. Conceding goals, we need to address that, but overall we are scoring. And scoring goals wins you matches. Admittedly, keeping them out wins you more, but you know, score one more than them and you do still win. Smith with the ball forward. Stevens couldn't really challenge. He's on a yellow. Stewart also on a yellow. Took a risk there. Jacquard out wide to Smith. Inside to Sheringham. Back out to Smith. Poor first touch. Stewart with the chance to defend. Just about kept it in. And clears it well up to Beckhold. Good little reverse pass there to Smith. Great little flick over to Kebe. Beckhold's carried on his run through the middle, if Kebe can find him. Couldn't get past his man. Unfortunate, but again, well played from Kebe. Gets the ball into their half, near their corner. Haynes should pick this one up and hopefully does something responsible with it. Fingers crossed, you never know. Plays it into Stevens. Good little first time ball there to Beckhold. Not a great pass from Beckhold though. Stewart should pick this one up, and he does. Finds Stevens to Driver. Beckhold. Into the path of Kebe. Lays it off again. Smith not quite getting on the end of it. Bit of a miscommunication going on there. Stewart again with the interception. Plays it safe to Driver, into Stevens, through to Kebe. Beckhold. Can Smith get there this time? He can. Went down. Referee not interested. He's given a throw in. Driver takes it to Kebe. Tried to get it back to Driver. Intercepted. That was poor. Was that Villa who's head that one over? No, number 17. Oh, that's McNamee. That's very poor. Great strong challenge from Driver. That was a fantastic tackle. Again, very, very brave. He's on a yellow. We don't want more players getting suspended. That's the last thing we need right now. We have a lot of players booked actually. Looks like we're going to get fined for that. Discipline is also something that we need to work on. Not just tactical discipline, but professional discipline as well. We have a lot of players getting booked. And we do have some players getting sent off this season, which is not ideal. But on a lighter note, we have won. We are through to the next round of the FA Trophy. We have managed to beat Ebbsfleet 3-2. Should have been 3-0. The 2 goals we conceded were very, very poor defending. But it is good to see that we are through to the next round. So let's have a quick look at the schedule. I will tell you when we will next be back. Probably the next round of the FA Trophy. And if we do skip out that one, then it'll be at some point, maybe during January. We got a match on the 9th of February. It's a bit too late really for the transfer window. But that's our next home game against Chester. So it'll probably be then that we come back. And then that'll be the last episode before the end of the season, I would say. So until then, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. And until next time, I will see you soon.